Welcome to another reading, to another session. Thank you for being here. Let's just get straight into it. Let me just start by saying that right now the energy is kind of a little bit tumultuous. Like, seems to be a lot of like adjusting, a lot of Pleiadian energy as well coming in. Interesting. Um, a lot of these divine feminines are really like trying to puppeteer a lot of men, it seems, to like put the hand up the what do you call it, mannequin? No, that's not the word. It's like the doll with the talking yap face, which is interesting. So let me just keep clearing the field because I am my own megaphone. And it's not to say like I am the boss of my own life and here I am the one giving the rules, because that would be paternally criminal towards something. So it's like mumbled, it's all jumbled up. So we're gonna clear the space, you know. Sometimes it's important to clear all of the come on. Clear all of the stuff in the ears as well. I do look a little bit tired. I haven't caught the sun in a while. Been working overtime with these tarot cards and trying to heal people in my environment without necessarily going into conflict. Again, with the puppet. Okay, wow. I remember in the last video I was talking about this crystal, fluorite, which is wonderful for chakra wheel, not generation, but gyroing. I don't know if anyone is familiar with the term gyro, but it's like when you're sitting in your toroidal heart-centered field, when you're sitting in your, I think it's called toro. It's like toroidal field. It's like this tube that goes around you. It's like a tube, yeah. And in that center, you can sit and meditate. And if you sit there long enough, and you go into a lower subconscious kind of frequency, and you go into this field of like almost falling asleep, but then your body goes into paralysis, and you get all numbed out. And it feels like you're exploding into like a star or something, or you can feel your aura start to like live its own life, or signaling to your consciousness that like finally like signaling to your consciousness in a way that makes you register movements in an etheric sense. And in that field, you can basically work on this type of movement, which is trying to create sort of like volition momentum by association as you're learning how to let go. It's like when you're flying in your dreams. If you're like, oh, loving it, and then you're lucid and you start to lose flight because you're trying to control it, and then you're like, no, okay, fine, I'll let go, and then you start to fly again. It's that type of energy. Okay. But on the real though, like, thank you for all the women present here. Thank you to all women on this planet. Thank you for teaching us how to do things. Thank you for being so fertile and fruity and lovely and exemplary at times. Just being real. Like, we all have parents, right? Okay, let's just see what this deck is all about. So let's tapping into the collective, or a message for all of us, so that we can hone in and zone in on the impossible. Thank Thank you. I was singing Leanne Rhymes earlier before this started. Like, how do I live without you? How will I know? So I'm guessing that some of you are in love, and then maybe you're losing someone, and you're thinking like, how am I ever gonna get through without that person? Which is so lovely. I love love. I could say that 10 times in a row, fast. Cool. Interesting. Okay. Alright, let's speed it up a little bit. Let's not talk about that. Okay. I actually, okay, so there's not enough information on how, stop, no, stop it, okay, stop it, okay, then we're not gonna deal with that, we're just gonna, with respect, yes, okay, someone used to be the shit, and they're not anymore, now they're just angry. I wonder who that is for you. Okay, and I see some of you guys are asking how I'm doing, and I would love to share and do spreads on myself. But right now, I'm feeling like I'm supposed to exist as opposed to receive. So my impression will now keep exfoliating. I'm hearing exfoliating. I have to Google that later. Okay. So we're still cleansing this space. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing yourself love and for taking care of yourself and your soul and your ascension and your body. Thank you to all the divine masculines and the divine feminines in whatever shape, sex, or form that you have taken on in this life. Bringing in the Jesus Christ consciousness, bringing in the elementals, bringing in Archangel Raphael, bringing in your guardian angels, the Lyrans, the Pleiadians. And we're continuing to be more brave as we're honing in on cosmic diplomacy, okay? Okay. That's okay. So some of you need to start letting go of the old ways, like patterns of how things were done and how things used to be done, because you're a boss as leader who's really just preparing to move to better into a better situation where there's felicity, where there's friendship and gaiety and like togetherness and emotions fulfilled and hopes fulfilled. And then there's also a little bit of that inner drive that's been jeopardized because probably you used to be a rock star or a bomb ass person with a lot of like virility, and then there's this question of like, do I hold on to a toxic ego system that perpetuated a lot of praise to the detriment of how I'm treating myself and other people, and in turn creating this reciprocal cycle of ill will and negative behavior based off of etheric judgment. That's just something to be more conscious of in terms of our conduct when we're facing the world, and starting to entrain ourselves to let go of perfectionism, let go of how things used to work out, and to die, literally, not to get rid of the body, but to just allow the death of the past. Because getting to a point where where who you used to be that doesn't work anymore becomes sort of um, put into a value system that says, but I'm allowed to die in spirit, in form, without getting rid of the body, so that something new can come in. Not to say that you're seeking possession by negative entities. I'm saying you're seeking a channeled form of inclusion, where you're not a hotel for one guest only. You're becoming, it's like putting yourself out there, and becoming this fortress for benign beings to come in, and for the fairies or the angels or for the cosmics or for the ancestors to come in and provide inspiration and energies. And that's when we get to affirmations. Like, continuing to do affirmations is so important. Like, not to bypass everything, and you don't have to create an affirmation routine like every day, but getting out of this greedy, used to be popular, focusing on the negative, and starting to die a little bit to get to a sort of like a viewpoint of like, I'm open to what's coming in. Is this landing for someone? Okay, good. And then whatever I'm talking about right now, maybe I'm not communicating it like super clearly, but it's giving you leadership abilities. Like, this is giving you energy. Like, I can feel it. Like, I'm getting goosebumps. So someone is like really getting into their leadership and their virility. They're gaining life, like this. It's not rudimentary. No, it's ancient life force. It's like this. Yeah, it's just, let me get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're not rushing. How do I live without you? mm. So we're gonna open the root chakra, connecting to earth. Open the perineum. Open the chakras under the sole of the foot. Take those chains, or those cords, grab them, and just like you would do like with staves when you're cross country skiing, or like in alpine. I don't know, like downhill alpine. Do you say that in English? Staves. And then you throw those two chains of silver or gold or copper, or whatever kind of color, like liquid purple flame or gold or whatever, and you just take those lines of light or whatever, you whip them up, throw them down into earth, knock on wood, and you throw them all the way down into the center. You open up the sole of your foot, and then you start to engage with Mother Earth. So that was a really big message for some of you. Some of you guys aren't ready for that. So let's say you experienced like cognitive dissonance in this moment, and you started like doing whatever else. It means that you're fallen prey to entities that are not interested in you waking up, because you're a food source for them, and they think your energy is yummy. So what do we say to those little monsters? Not today! Okay. Let's go for another spread. But the word that I was looking for was like ancient energy, like ancient life force. And then it's blocked. Someone is really blocked here. I can feel it. Like someone is very blocked here. So maybe, I don't know, get into the philanthropy of ancient energy, the source of the chi, the prana, your life force, your zest. How can you aid and get to that point of healing? You know what I'm saying? Okay. I'm feeling a bit insecure. So insecure. Okay. What's this? Okay. Let me just keep this open. Like, I'm not gonna hone in on anything right now. Oh, yes, that's what I knew. Someone is in love. Someone is in love. I mean, if you want some, wow. Okay, so you're making money, and you're in love, and you're doing your magic, and you're like hanging out with friends, and you're thinking about this new business, this new traveling. How can you be supported How can you be supported? How can you be supported with all this love that you're giving out? Like, because maybe is someone dating someone that doesn't make them feel like they can open up? No. Okay, that's not the problem. Did you really get that question in time? Okay, fine. Wow, thank you. So much love. I can feel it. Someone is like really opening up here. Someone that either has a really open heart that just came in, or someone that's been here for a long time and is now opening up their heart, which is either way, it's just I love it. Sort of. Oh, okay. And then, yeah, someone went through the big devastation. Someone has gone through that. Okay. One more for this. And then, yeah, but it's okay. This is so business is not going so good. But someone is like really, I don't know, just moving in the right direction. I feel someone is really moving in the right direction. But and they have this opportunity to like make bank or to do that, but it seems like they're struggling a little bit with a certain type of maternal energy here. Can we get a card for the maternal energy? Just okay. Yeah, someone is a little bit worried about. Yeah, mommy's worried about the future of the family. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, it's okay. Like things can go up, things can go down. Now we're like we went up. Now we can go a little bit down. Um, just want to ask the pendulum as well. Okay, okay, okay. It's just that someone's mom just needed a lot of respect. It seems like in the spirit world, they're like, well, no, no, we're not talking about mom because that's private. But it's more like someone's mom just wanted to be acknowledged for something because they seemed worried about the perpetuation of her DNA, so to speak. And we're not seeing that talking to mom about business, talking to mom about that is going to help in any way, shape, or form. Um, but when it comes to gaining a new trajectory, it seems like we're asking for a new trajectory here because we need to express our emotions. We need to feel safer to be allowed to, be devastated after the party, acknowledging that we've been like very capable in a lot of areas in life, and now we're in this process of like we need to accept. Yeah, you feel that? Thank you. Now we need to accept the death, or the like someone is like really like the beginning of the video I was talking about how we can accept death um, without getting rid of the body as a process of, so your higher self basically brought all of this energy back to communicate whatever I was talking about earlier once again. It's like, thank you for your level of honesty, thank you for your vulnerability, thank you, spirit, thank you, thank you. Okay, so in order to deal with the refusal of transmutation and transformation within on a very deep level, in order to turn that unpreparedness into willingness, maybe um, we can ask the elementals. I'm thinking elementals here for that. Yes, yes. Okay, so I'm just gonna and we're back to okay, okay. And this one as well. Okay, let's just keep it simple. So someone is getting the Bodach in reverse. Oh, this, yeah, okay, okay. Whoever is in your life who normally gets it wrong, and the brownie, and just this once has got it right. Gratitude and praise are in order. Maybe he'll even get it right the next time too. So the Bodak, the brownie. So there's some elemental activity in your environment, um, some necessary sabotage in order to help you circulate energy. Maybe you're stuck in a pattern. Maybe you're at the end of a rope in a certain way where it has where a certain aspect of your life is scented or spiced up with a certain type of desolation. So there's the end of the rope, regardless of how prudent you are in your magical activities, regardless of the beautiful union that you're experiencing, regardless of the amount of work that you're putting in and the partying that you deserve, regardless of that, there's still a call here for like the elementals are probably also participating in witnessing you. Like we're slow moving to elemental energies. Like we're the ones that are stuck or slow motion. So a lot of these things that we see in rocks or in like there are levels to everything and there are tempos to everything. So let's say we're looking at the tempo of the elements, like the tempo of a rock is different than water, and the tempo of, let's say, a gnome or a pixie or an elf or whatever we're perceiving, like they're like the tempo of these, the speed, the haste, the speed is unimaginable. Like until you meet them or see them or experience that kind of that level of frequency, it's unimaginable how quick they are or how slow we are. It's like it's not relatable to a lot of people. It's like the higher up in the frequency we go, the more interesting the Olympics are going to get, for example. You know, that kind of stuff. And when we have, you know, meddling, trickster elementals in our environment, they're here to help us circulate energy. So let's say we're stumbling and we're losing shit, and they're participating in, they're actually creating more chaos in your life. That's not the time and space to hand out reprimands or to talk shit or like fuck or shut up or don't do that or again, not again, why me every time, it's me, like not now, like all of that, like annoyance, that shit energy is, they're not gonna hold back on trying to gain some momentum in our lives when it comes to like dreams or when it comes to living according to certain principles that has to do with virtue, what has to do with what's good and right and true, and the causal reciprocity energy that we all have to experience as souls here. Like we're maturing out of egos, out of destructive egos. We're maturing out of all that. So thank you to this one. And he looks a little bit suspicious. Like he looks like a little badass who's not holding back. He's not going to stop. So maybe it's time to like acknowledge, like add in that level of grace in those moments of disruption. Like, oh, something holy just happened. Something graceful just happened. Something divine took place. Okay. Okay, so to all my bros who are here, thank you for being here. I know this is kind of new for some of you. Okay, which is fine. Can we get another card? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to. Fine. Let's get into it. Somebody wants to talk about the desolation. Somebody wants to talk about like, but why? Why? Because you're looking at it from a depressed point of view. Like it's not that bad. You think it's worse than it is. And I'm not gonna blame you because circumstantial. Objection! No, sometimes it's circumstantial, y'all. And you need to include your shadow. Like, if you're not conscious about your shadow, your consciousness is going to become oblivious to your shadow. So your subconscious shadow, that's the left side. Okay, so I got a strong like emphasis on the left side here. So someone is totally in their shadow and they're not aware of it and they don't want to admit that, and then They just want to like positive manifest everything and complain when it's not all that good. But that's when we get into affirmations. So at the beginning of this type video, I was talking about affirmations and how it's not like something you have to create a routine for if you're not a routine person. But if you want to make your life really good or better or more juicy, get into some affirmations. Like, okay, fine. I will read you some. Okay, and now you can let go of the fear. Can you please let go of that? Thank you. I'm saved by faith again and again. The way I communicate heals people. My words are very healing. I'm shining brightly. I love myself. I love my hair. I see that I'm abundant. I'm confident and passionate. Karma is my best friend. I look at this life and this world as an adventure. I'm adventurous. I activate heart chakras. There's a butterfly in each person's face. I am a glitch in the matrix. I spread the miracle of happiness. I am in a new season of action. I'm saying yes to the universe. Like stuff like that. Like I love myself. I love my hair. I love my environment. I don't care if you live in a shitty place. If you keep telling yourself that you live in your dream environment, wherever you're gonna end up, wherever you are, wherever you're gonna end up, your subconscious doesn't distinguish from that, and you're not allowing yourself enough grace time to get to a point where you're accepting necessary adjustments to the end goal. So we need to accept necessary judgments. We need to accept necessary judgments to the end goal, so that we can accept necessary adjustments as we're moving towards the end goal, and appreciate the journey by saying, I live in my dream environment. And that could be detrimental for someone to hear that, and not something that would be beneficial to their trajectory. And they might have like a tower moment, or they might experience some grace or some extra assistance from somewhere. I don't know. But I can wish you good luck. I can remind you to focus in on your higher timeline and to stay in grace and to shift your perspective, because your situation is not that bad. Good. Okay. So okay. Then we got the Six of Swords, the Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay. Yeah, I do. I struggle with the same thing. Like the has to be more to this than just the resting part. This is more than resting. This is also refusing to rest, like not making a decision and evaluating something up and down. Is someone evaluating breaking up with someone? Okay, so there's some issues in a relationship, or maybe someone have too many alternatives to deal with in life. Okay. This is Citrine from Congo. Just increasing the well wishes and accepting humility as an appropriate response to ascension steps in terms of initiation. into the temperance and upright. And that's also a project or message for me. So, okay, someone is like really hungry for information. I bet some of you are really good at this stuff, like this, like using your brain and being unclogged and really just having like, I feel like someone is really intelligent here. Someone has a really good brain. Like they know how to calculate, they know how to process a lot of information. They're used to workflow. So I really respect that. I really do. And yeah, just don't work yourself to death there, partner. And try to, okay, somebody wants to look at a planetary position in terms of this, what it relates to. It could be you, it could be someone that you know, it could be someone that's dead, that's trying to talk to you, it could be a guide, it could be someone who's dead, who's guiding you, a dead guide. That would be a nice movie. Dead Guide in cinema, 14th of February, 2025. Okay, and then I see a desire to change and to emphasize, like, yo, I went through some deep transformation, and you worked so hard to get through all of these swords and to finally, and now you're embarking on this new journey, and you're scared, you're like looking over your shoulders, like, who's going to come after me? And then you have too many alternatives, too many objectives to analyze, and then you're like, oh my god, I can't move forward, I'm stuck in this lack of, like, I cannot choose. And then you're juggling all of these alternatives, like back and forth between, like, someone's throat chakra is like, oh, clogging up again. Oh my god, is it maybe someone is dating someone who's like having sex with other people? I don't know. Like, when Juno comes up, it has to do with lack of, you know, commitment, or like there's some jealousy here. Maybe someone, like, I'm also getting a Libra card. Like, Libras are known for being flirtatious with everyone, and then maybe there's some, like, maybe, yeah, someone is feeling like this natural cycle of the body perpetuating fear when it comes to trusting someone, whether or not they can trust them. So maybe there's some fear that has to do with what kind of people are my affiliates dragging into my life and wanting to control that. But there's no controlling that. There's only, like, how can I work on expressing this? Because now it's like it's stuck here, and it's in your right place to go through these things. So I wish you good luck on this journey of, like, really getting to the point of resolution here. Yeah, maybe listen to some better music. Just listen to all lyrics. Don't just scan. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm sorry that this information is coming to you so, like, late in life. But now is a good time to, like, really take that shit seriously. I'm telling you, okay? Like, do it! Because if you're listening to shit and they're talking about shit, it just, like, seeps in, because just because you're not listening does not mean that you have senses that are incapable of perceiving everything you're ignoring. Like, you're perceiving maybe 98% more information that you give than you give yourself credit for. So you can give yourself credit for perceiving 98% more information than you currently are aware of, because I'm really sensing that this is really difficult for you to even talk about with other people, let alone hear it. I mean, maybe it's okay to hear it because it's so like dug into your subconsciousness, and I'm sorry that I'm like really pushing here, but you need to hear this. You know why? Because if you listen to that shit, it's going to keep perpetuating this chaotic stuff. Like, you can be a very brilliant light worker. You can be a brilliant energy transmuter. You can be intelligent. But I'm just saying, listen to the lyrics, and really, like, if you do, you want to listen to that after you've consummated, after you've consciously been made aware of what they're talking about in those lyrics. You know, when you know what's being actually said in your favorite song, is there a change? Do you like it even? Do you even like it anymore? Do you want to listen to it again, or does it change sort of like something in you so that you can, yeah, okay, I think you're getting it. I just got, like, because when I see 12 in reverse, it means like there can be some issues in terms of what you're listening to, because music is a powerful tool. Music is a very powerful tool. I'm getting Virgo for some of you. Some of you might be Virgos. And then some of you are talking about how, like, you have to listen to it at your workplace or something. And is that the case for some of you? Okay, so you're at a workplace and you have to listen to all this bullshit. And right now, there's nothing I can do for you in terms of that. But I can tell you that this is the type of influence that is, yeah, it's making you happy. You can like bump to it, whatever. But it's not necessarily providing any protection that's actually available to you. And it's not necessarily helping you move into the more benefic timelines and situations that you could attain or access. You could be able to access higher timelines simply by like protecting yourself more from this lyrical, these lyrics, because someone can have, like, pour their heart out. They can be really cool and popular, and everybody's listening to them, and they could be spitting out some really shitty ass implications that you have to carry, and they get paid or whatever, and I'm not trying to be hostile here. I'm just trying to look after my star seeds, and I'm looking after myself, and trying to help here a little bit. I'm just trying to help. Okay. I'm innocent. I didn't do nothing wrong. I'm just trying to inspire you to turn this Knight of Wands upright. Yes. Okay. And breathe. It's okay to be a little devastated sometimes. We all go through. Difficult times. Yeah, okay. Someone is asking where I got this. This is maybe I can link it down in the description. It's just a swan type of very interesting elemental artifact. Like yeah, and yeah, I can put a link. It's actually from I think it's from Etsy or something. It's pretty cool. Like, I love wearing these during summertime when I'm out in nature, and sometimes like no, okay, we're not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna drop a link down below. Maybe talk more about it later, and I'm gonna give you guys some time off, and I need to recalibrate. And you know, thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope that some of this digging into the situation really helped you and helped you so that you could be reminded to access your rainbow self and to access a higher timeline, or to start unconsciously become aware of how much of the shadow is running your life, and to not be scared of it, and just like, oh yeah, that's my shadow. I've been in my shadow more than I like to admit, and that's helpful. You know, sometimes that can be really helpful because we're doing so much light work, and we should be proud of ourselves for doing that, and continue doing that much, much more. Um, but this is also about grounding and doing the earth work. All right, peace and light, sending you so much love, and may your throat chakras open up more, and take care of your bodies, take care of your souls, give yourself a hug, express your thoughts, express your needs and desires and wants, and protect yourself. And yeah, press the like button and share this video with anyone that you think that this reading was relevant for. And sending you so much light and love. Thank you for being here. All right, have a wonderful day.